All right, here we are with another Woods report. So tonight we doing the Kardashians. We decided that because we don't always watch the same shows, that it's too difficult. What happened? Hold on. Okay, it's on still. I have to find out why these things keep... I'm going to let her turn that down. Okay. I need to find out why these things keep popping up every time we go live. But I'll find that out later. Okay. But we realized that since we don't watch the same shows, that it's too difficult to try to make us do reviews on the same show. So I'll watch my show, she'll watch her shows, then we'll come in and do a review, and then the person can just conversate about whatever we're talking about, right? Because I watch the Kardashians, and you don't watch the Kardashians. Okay, so
you know about what's going on sometimes because they'll give you updates on those different shows.
Now, the thing that I like about up until this point, I don't think they're gonna ever show Kim with Pete on these episodes.
Why is that?
You always hear her like on the phone or something,
Why they won't show him? Because he's a famous star too, and he got to sign something.
No, I think with this season, it's more Kanye. It's more out with the old and in with the new. Seems like that's the kind of thing that they trying to go with. Like she didn't just jump from one person to the next person. That's what it seems like. So what we're going to talk about...
You don't think they wanted to bring the drama with him and what's his name?
No, that's probably going to be his second season. All the times when he was doing all them texts and saying he'll kill Pete, cut his head off and all that, I think that's going to be season 2.
Okay.
So what they filming probably right now. This is months and months ago that they filming now. Okay. This is when Kylie's boyfriend Travis had the concert where the people got killed and all of that. They up until that point. So it's like November of like last year or something like that.
So they're a little behind.
Yeah, they always film months.
Current stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So it starts off with Scott sitting there talking with the manager, which is Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner is a boss. Period. Kris Jenner is a boss. People don't like the Kardashians. I like the Kardashians because they know how to get what they need to get out of the media, and they know how to plant stories and do whatever they need to do to get what they need to get out of the public. You're going to talk about them anyway, so I might as well give you what I want you to talk about. That's how I feel.
You set the tone of what the topic would be and what we want you to
If you're going to talk about me, you're going to rumor about me, you're going to dog me out, I'm going to give you all those things I want you to talk about and the things I want you to focus on. That's pretty much what they do.
I'm thinking too.
And they change stuff too. They funny.
And they ride in the cloud. So ride the cloud because it's inevitable that something may happen that they really didn't want to or choose to.
Right.
Because when you're living in a glass house, you really got to understand that people are watching, and you may think you got things in control, but when you're dealing with the public, Well, now they're okay.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing I like about they started off with Kris Jenner, Scott, and Kendall. Now they trying to make Kendall the quiet one all the time. And according to Scott, she the normal one. Some people say Courtney is, but not this season. Kendall is probably the most normal one in the family. So they trying to beef her up by having her start an argument with Scott. Her and Scott was arguing in the beginning.
Okay.
About how she had a birthday party, and he wasn't invited, but they invited Courtney's new boyfriend, Travis. So Scott is like, why you inviting him? I'm the father of the kids. And, Scott hang with them. So he was like, I'm cool with, I could come and I'm not going to do nothing with it. And they was like, if Courtney wants you there or whatever, that's between you and Courtney, or maybe some people may feel uncomfortable with you being there or whatever. But he was like, kind of like putting it on Kendall that she should have invited him. And so he was upset about it. And this is the first time they've ever argued. So that's why I'm saying Kendall don't argue. This is a forced argument. And so Kris was like, she gonna take Kendall's side. I don't care what it is, Kris is gonna take her kid's side over anybody else.
Okay.
And then she divides up the kids. Like, it depends on the kids.
Levels of the kids.
Right. So like if it's it used to be Kim. Kim used to be the favorite. But now Kylie is. So it depends on who's arguing.
Okay.
Khloe ain't got a chance. She ain't gonna never win with Kris. Kris gonna always take somebody aside.
Really?
Oh, Kris will even take Tristan or whoever's side over Khloe.
Why?
I don't know, but she'll say she don't have any favorites, but she does.
Okay.
But so they argued over that. So that's how they trying to force Kendall to have something going on. Then we go to Kim, prison reform. Now this is what I do like about Kim Kardashian. Kim is doing a lot for prison reform, and people are not giving her, in my opinion, her props.
She's using her platform, her name.
She's using her platform because she could get on the phone and she could talk to the governor. She could talk to Congress people. She could talk to celebrities. They even had her TD Jakes and them on there.
For what?
She able to talk to faith-based people and get them behind whatever she's trying to do. The name Kim Kardashian, people would pick up the phone and answer that.
And I think too, because of how she's proven herself on that topic.
Yeah,
she's serious. And even for her to go to become a lawyer.
Well, they keep trying to make it seem like she just kind of popped up, but they actually showed that she had these conversations with her dad when she was younger, and she told him she wanted to be a lawyer like him. Footsteps, and he told her she wouldn't be. He said, "You too vain to be a lawyer." He said,
"Does he not know?"
No. He was saying you too vain because she back then. Remember, she was with Paris Hilton.
Oh, okay.
And so he was like, "You too vain." He said, "You have to
really care to try to help people."
He said, "I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna get wrinkles in your face for being worried and tired and hours and hours and hours."
So she had that conversation.
She told her father she wanted to be a lawyer. So actually, you can see how her life is trying to transition to her kind of moving kind of out of the spotlight and being more of that.
Okay.
I like Kim Kardashian. I know some people don't like her.
Well,
she recognizes
what are reasons why people don't like her?
Well, the superficial, and they're like, oh my god,
how many stars, how many entertainers
they plant stories and things like that. Okay. But the thing I like about her,
she does what a lot of other people do.
The thing I like about her is she made a comment when they started off this show. They was this episode. Apparently, there was somebody who she was trying to get off death row, and they didn't get him off, and he died. They whatever.
They went ahead and killed him.
Yeah, and she said the thing she found interesting is in the area where they keep the ones that they getting ready to execute, they have defibrillator machines and things. So like if they die, they got to revive them so that they can still take them to be executed.
How does that sound?
She was saying that's the craziest thing.
We got to bring him back to life so we can kill him.
And then she said something along the lines, and this is why I was saying I like her.
How stupid our law is.
When she said her son, she recognizes that she has a son that's mixed, that looks black,
biracial.
Yeah, he's brown. He doesn't look. When you look at him, you see a little
black kid.
Yeah. And so she said every time she does these cases, she thinks of her son. That's who she puts in front of her to think. If that was my son who was hanging with the wrong group, so this new guy who she was trying to get off, named Julius Jones. He was young and he was with the wrong crowd. And so you remember when one go down, all of y'all go down.
Take the heat.
And then the person I think recanted. You guys got to look up the story of Julius Jones, but she got a lot of people to kind of back to try to get him off to the execution list. They was getting ready to execute him.
Did he actually do the crime, or was he just hanging with them?
This person said, whoever said they eyewitness or whatever, I think said they recanted their story, all this whole thing. So you know how they do that.
So they killed an innocent man.
Well, we're going to get to that. This. I'll tell you how that ended.
Lord.
So I like that. She works with a group called Anti-Recidivism, and that's how I thought. Okay. So she's still in the background having issues with Kanye. Apparently, this was during the time when she did SNL, and you remember that's where she met Pete, SNL. And apparently, Kanye walked out of the session. Now, if you watched SNL, did you watch it when she was on there? She was cracking on him, so no wonder he left. I would leave too. She was saying something along the lines. If you don't remember, she made a joke about if he's a billionaire black man. He's black because remember I was talking about she always married a black man, talented or whatever. So it must be his personality for me to divorce him. So she didn't like that. He didn't like that. I mean, so he probably left, walked out, and he didn't like. Later on, we heard he didn't like her kissing Pete even in the skit. He didn't want that. Okay. So then by the way, later on we got to talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Recent?
No, this was stuff back in the day when they was dating and things. Jay-Z was shutting down. Jay-Z is he a boss. But anyway, you couldn't touch Beyonce. You couldn't look at Beyonce. He cleared everything. Oh, I'll go into it later. But anyway.
Dang. He did a David thing.
Messed up guys' careers.
King David.
Yeah. Don't
take
touch,
her husband
don't look at my wife. Don't look at, no, she wasn't even his wife then.
No, I'm saying as far as the control of how you want somebody and nobody
So then
else.
we go to Khloe and Tristan, okay? They working out together, which is funny to me because if time could go back and you could see what he did later, you saw how he. See, you don't know. I don't know if you know anything about the Kardashians.
I know a little.
Well, you know Tristan just had another baby on Khloe. They was trying to work it out, and recently he just got somebody pregnant.
Ooh.
So when you go back and look at these episodes with them talking and talking about building their relationship,
right? I know they talk about that on the news. Like she really kind of.
Back then, she didn't know he was cheating.
Well,
so they working out together. He's talking about how much he loves the family. She's talking about how once you're in, you're in. Once you're in this family, you're in this family. People love our family because we know how to blend families, you know, kids with this family. And this. So now she got to blend this new kid in, too. So anyway, so that's Khloe and Kristen working out.
Okay.
Now, while they doing that, Kanye and Kim show up. I have no idea why they showed up. Just to be in the scene, I think. Okay. Because Khloe and Tristan was filming. Why Kanye and Kim showing up with the kids? They didn't even work out. And this is in Kim's gym. See, it's stuff like that I pick up on.
Now, see, aren't they a little bit more control over their shows and how things are being...
Oh, yeah. This
so somebody Hulu, must have planned that.
With Hulu, they have total production.
Not like the producers for...
the other one, when they was on...
Housewives stuff.
Yeah. Or on the other network. They was on E-Network
the other network.
Now they on Hulu.
So when things are happening on those cameras and that, they don't want it to.
So it goes to Kim saying how her and Kanye not really... They don't really speak, but when it comes to the kids, they speak. So Kanye takes the kids to school one day. Kim takes the kids to school the next day. So Kanye showed up with Kim with the little kids, it was just Kanye and Kim. I can't remember. Maybe the little one, not North, the older one. And he talks about how he's going to rent a fire truck tomorrow to take the kids to school. All right,
a real fire truck.
A real fire truck. With a fireman in the whole 9 yards.
To take the kids to
and
school.
He shows the camera the picture of the fire truck. And he go, oh, I'm sorry, I ain't supposed to do that. They said, no, this is our thing. You can just do whatever you want. So he showed that. At this point, he's not trying to cut Pete's head off or nothing. It's everything. Everything
on the kids.
Everything is. Let's just focus on the kids. Let's just make sure the kids is okay. You take the kids. And
Pete
Kim
don't have kids, do he?
Who?
Pete.
No.
Okay.
I'll take the kids to school one day, you take the kids to school one day. They not living together. He just comes to do that, right? So then, make sure nobody make a comment. So then, they talk about that, and for me, I started looking at the fact, do you think that Kanye West is a good dad? And let me talk about that for a second, because the next day when he shows up, yeah, well, see, when he shows up, when he's not talking about cutting Pete's head off, he's a nice guy.
When he's on his meds.
And it's like when we watched, maybe we was going to do a review on his documentary. Maybe we'll do that later. He seems he's all right. Just don't go off.
But he went messy when his mom died.
No,
once that mother died,
but I think
was a whole nother person.
I think he's reconnecting with his grandmother and his family now, so they'll keep him grounded.
Maybe he's grounded. Maybe, and I'm praying that his relationship with God will give him
don't just sing those songs, live those songs.
Yeah.
But anyway, he shows up the next day, and his kids, they come out, they run to him.
Aww.
So I watch stuff like that.
You watch because the interaction of the father.
If they would have came out and ran to the fire truck,
ooh,
I would have been like,
the fire truck was out there
with the fireman.
Oh, and they ran to him.
So I'm thinking,
but now you hope that it wasn't directed that.
Yeah, number 6.
Run to your dad.
No, they seem
7. Run to your dad.
No. They seem like you shaking the thing. They seem regular. These kids don't seem like they gonna be you take number 6, take number 7 type of kids.
They just real.
These kids say whatever they want to say. North is mouthy. And she says she like her dad. You can't put no thing on North. She gonna say what she wants.
Well,
and
they need to harness that.
And they just
because they still kids and they still.
And Courtney's
son, like Jada and
no
Will Smith's kids.
No, they not like that.
Sometimes too much freedom is crazy.
No, they not like that because they showed one time at the Sunday service that Kanye has. He had the kids there and. Somebody sent us something. He had the kids there, and they was running around the church, running around playing, and messing with
during
people.
Service?
During the service.
I don't think.
And Kanye walked over to him and told him to stop. So they don't just let them just do whatever they want. So
especially during church.
And they
service.
looked like when he said it, they was like, oh. So
daddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Kim, I don't know. But him,
I can't control my kids.
Yeah. But she seemed like I don't know.
Type mom.
I don't know what Kim is. We gotta see because the way it seemed with her, I don't know.
Okay.
You don't know what they like now. But I was saying, do you think Kanye is a good father? And my comment was, I thought yes, because again, I watched what the kids did when they came out, and they ran to him. And then they loved the fact that he had the fire truck. Now that one little one, Shy, Chicago, that girl is beautiful. I think she's going to be a model or something because she looks like a doll. You remember when Halle Berry's daughter was real little and she looked like a doll?
That's what perfect look.
That's what Shy looks like.
Like you're like, oh,
yeah.
Shy put that on TV.
Shy looks like a doll.
Okay.
She looks like a doll that came. If you had to say this is what I want a doll to look like, that's what she looks like.
Then we'll see how long that lasts because kids go through that ugly stage.
And then he had the real little one. They got 4 kids. Right. Real little one in diapers, and he hanging onto the truck, and Kanye took him down. He's still little, so he got his kids. So
and
he
remember,
took them
they're
to school.
In this age group now. So.
He said sometimes you got to dress like a fireman, or sometimes you got to put on the costume if it entertains your kids. So I think he's a good father from what we see.
And then too, you got to remember these are entertainers, so they show us what they want us to see. We don't really know what's going on behind closed doors, but I'm hoping you're right.
Yeah,
because he seems like he wouldn't hurt his children, and that's not his intent. So he will be trying to be the best he can be. So and who's to say he wants to be a parent like his mom was to him?
Right. So then they go over to Courtney and Travis. I'm so tired of Courtney and Travis. They kiss each other all the time. You know how those couples are so in love.
With all the
tattoos.
They had that on.
He the one that was in a plane accident and he survived.
They talked about him on The View as far as openly doing kissy.
Yeah.
And the kids was like, ugh.
Even the kids.
That's
like,
not their dad.
Stop.
So you gotta understand that sometimes kids be like, I'm not used to some other man with my mom.
Well, here's the thing.
They don't do it so much in front
even
of us.
If they wasn't, everybody is sick of them.
I know.
Everybody
they were showing the tongue and
they are so
kissing
disgusting.
And it was funny because Joy on The View said, "Is there any spot?"
They just love each other so much.
No, she said, "Is there any spot on his body with no tattoos?" And one of the ladies said, "His tongue."
Probably.
Didn't see no tattoos.
He might have it on his tongue.
I don't even know.
But I remember.
And then how long is that gonna last?
She said
all of this tongue in the mouth, and they only last 2 years.
For years.
While
he was married or whatever.
Right.
But now they're dating. They blend in the family. So they sitting down and having dinner. Her kids, his kids. Everybody's so happy.
That's the big question for a lot of Hollywood couples.
Yeah.
How long is it gonna last?
So and then his kids again, and they kids, both of them. Stop
doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then they show her going to fertility clinic. She's trying to get one of her eggs out so they can have a baby. They're trying to have a baby using a fertility method.
Okay.
So then you kind of understand why Scott is upset, but Scott ruined that. Scott had years. Courtney gave him years to pull himself together, and he didn't.
Okay.
So if Travis wants to kiss all on her and love her up and all of that stuff,
it's hard for a man to see their love.
Now that you don't, now somebody else want her, now you want her back.
But in all honesty, it's kind of hard. Even women, we have a hard time seeing our ex or whoever still kissy on somebody else, especially if you're still connected with them some kind of way. And
he always gonna be there because Scott is like part of the family.
Yeah.
So that's with them.
Okay.
you want to hurry up and get off Courtney as much as possible. So that's the much as with them.
Okay.
They trying to have a baby. They kissy, and they blend in their families. Then we go back to Kim and this case with Julius Jones. She has a current case.
Oh.
And this guy, let's just say for the sake of argument, it's Tuesday. He's getting ready to be executed on Saturday. Ooh. So she's on the phone with him every day. She's on the phone with his family. She's talking to, trying to get the governor to
change
whatever, change
whatever
the
they need to do so he won't get killed. Are they coming up with evidence to really help though?
Well, they've already had that stuff, but that still doesn't.
It was thrown out.
No, you still you got to get a whole new case, and if you don't have time to have the case, the execution will continue on. Like the other guy who I just told you in the beginning that she was trying to help. They was trying to get a new case, and they ran out of time.
But
the governor didn't stop the execution?
Because I'm saying, can the governor? Is there something like a pardon or something?
He can stop the execution.
Yeah.
Okay, but the other he didn't stop it on this last guy, so he went on and was executed. So they was trying to get this governor to stop it, so they can at least give him a new case, and he can present his evidence and all that.
Right.
So it didn't look. It was like that governor. He wasn't going to do it because the crime was so heinous that they were like, no, he's in there for a reason.
And they knew,
well, we don't know that. Again, you got to have your trial.
How many guys are on death row?
So she was nervous.
Really didn't do it.
Right, she was nervous, and that's when I told you she got in contact with like T.D. Jakes and all the faith-based people. She had celebrities go on and say, please stop the execution. People was marching, whatever. And the day before, she was on the phone with him and asking him how he felt, and he said he's come to grips if he has to die the next day, but he's an innocent man. He knows that they killing an innocent man. So that's what that was the whole drama for this episode. Was like Kim trying to get him out and all of this stuff. So then finally she talks to his sister. The day of the execution, the governor says, stop it. The day of the execution. Like literally he's getting ready to be
those faith-based people in to pray.
And they stopped the execution, but he didn't pardon him to be able to leave. But that was good enough. So she said, she said they was trying to get the pardon, but she's okay with them at least taking him off death row.
Right.
She said he hasn't hugged his mom in 20 years. When you on death row, you can't have personal contact.
No.
Or he had kids. I guess he had kids before he went into prison.
So he was in for 20 years?
Yeah, he's been in there for like 20 some years.
That's sad.
And he hasn't hugged his mom or his kids. So the good thing she said, the guy who she was working with the recidivism thing, he said, let's look at the positive. The positive is he's not executed.
Right.
We have time now because the governor took him off of the
and they're allowing him to hold his mom.
Right, and his mom is able to visit, and he can
that
at
gives
least
him
touch her.
A newness of life.
Correct.
Okay.
So that was good. She talked to his sister, and she said, "Are you ready for round 2?" And the sister said yes. And she said, "I'm in this for the long haul."
Now, if this is old, then this has happened already.
Yeah. She said, "I'm in this for the long haul."
So you already.
So we don't have any update on this case yet. But I'm saying she says, "I'm in this for the long haul."
Legally, it's because this is past tapings. Isn't that like something you can Google and get information?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling people out there, Google the case of Julius Jones.
Because it's already...
And find out what's going on with his case right now.
Okay.
Julius Jones is his name. So she said that's what she's going to be working on. So she also worked on getting her lawyer, passing the bar exam.
Okay. And she's actually... Because I know they said she took a test, but
she took a baby bar exam test, and what that is, you can only take it so many times. If you fail so many times, then you got to wait a long time to retake it. Okay, you have to take a long time to retake it. So this was her last time attempt to take it, and if she failed it, she wouldn't be able to take it again for like a while, a year or something. So she actually passed. She passed it. So now she could go on and take her bar exam and become a lawyer or whatever.
Okay.
And
I don't think they close at 9, do they?
No. Okay. So that was pretty much it.
I think.
When she told North that she passed, the first thing North said is call Dad.
Oh.
See,
call Dad.
They on their dad, Kanye West.
Okay.
I don't think they realize that they don't talk to each other like that. So, because he said call Dad, and the other thing I found,
because how old is North?
I don't know. The other thing that I found out.
How does North look? Like, they're still young, right? 7, 8. Because if they're saying.
How old is Northwest?
Northwest is 8 years old.
8 years old. 7, 8, okay.
And Saint is 6.
Yeah, okay. I figured they was that age. Okay.
So that was basically it. The other thing that I found interesting is that they was at Red Lobster when she found out the news. So they go to Red Lobster.
What makes you think they don't?
You would think rich people wouldn't go to Red Lobster.
No. Some rich people go to McDonald's.
I know, isn't that something?
Think about it, yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. So that was my take on the Kardashians season 1.
You gave us insight on what she's doing in the community, because haters can hate her all they want to. They can hate the family.
Yep.
But the family is making money.
Yeah.
And they're doing it, being creative. They're doing it as a family.
And they staying in the news. And if staying in the news,
they're relevant.
You got to plant stories and do all of that stuff.
If
that means that people like Julius Jones don't go to
that right there,
I don't care what none of y'all say. I'm supporting Kardashians. Because if all them doing all of that means that brothers is getting off, being executed.
Yeah.
I'll remember back in the stories, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Back in the day with the Paris Hiltons and all of that time. It was that really big time when you would see Paris and what's his name, Lionel Richie's daughter. You would see a lot of that, and then you'll go, okay, what else?
What are they doing?
Are you building homes for seniors?
Yes.
Are you helping little kids with cancer?
Yes.
And when you hear about this with Kardashian, you're like, yeah, you're trying to get people off of death row.
If Kim Kardashian was not into the recidivism movement, I don't think I'll be caring about the Kardashians. Wouldn't care less. But because she is, and I know that it comes from a place before her becoming Kim Kardashian with her father and all of that. It's not like her father, she don't have no ties. Her father was a defense attorney and he represented O.J. Simpson. So it's not like she don't have no ties to somebody that's in criminal defense who defends somebody that everybody want killed.
There's a lot of people mad at that man.
Right. So I like that fact, and the fact that she has that, I will support the Kardashians. That's my thing.
That's fine, so, I see what you're saying.
And as fake as they are and everything else, as much as they plant stories,
that's substance,
as much as they do all of that, it keeps them it keeps you talking about them, which means that it keeps her famous, which means she can get on the phone and talk to Orange Nixon like she did when he was in office. And she can talk to governors. They can be in all over her.
You said at the
I don't care if she wore Marilyn Monroe's dress. I don't care about none of that.
You said at the correspondence dinner they pushed Gail and what's her name?
As long as they pushing Gail
with
King out the way.
Gail King was like, you pushing us out the way.
And they probably, you know what they probably doing? They probably schooling Pete. Like, Pete, you gonna roll in this family, this is what we do. And I know Kanye do it. Kanye know how to do this. Half the stuff that they be like, Kim and Kanye fighting and all that, they probably be on the phone. Okay, so I'm gonna cut Pete's head off. Alright, it's getting ready to get messy.
Man, I don't know.
What I need for you not to do, I don't need Pete to get online talking about don't be cutting, just don't say nothing.
Right.
Then when it's time for Pete to say something, what you gonna do, Pete, is you gonna go live or whatever, take a picture of you in the bed with Kim. And that's gonna send me off.
See, that's the thing.
I'm telling you, they plant these stories. Y'all ain't doing this to us.
You know what?
I know y'all are.
And that's the thing too, when you start thinking about these lifestyles of these people, regardless of athletes or whatever, that we don't know it's being fabricated, but when you do hear the story about her going to prison, talking about
that's
a prisoner, that's real.
So
that ain't cuts.
If me and Lenore blow up, we become famous. No, I'm gonna be planting some stories. Y'all gonna be like, Kim, would Kim do that?
Yup. Not.
I might plant stories.
We're not a plant story people. We're so transparent. We can't be fake.
You're right.
Oh, I hate being fake.
And it's enough about us. It's enough about us. You don't even have to plan a story. It'll be real. Kim cut somebody out at the grocery store.
That was real.
It ain't even a planned story. It's the real
I don't want no
story.
producer saying, come and say this. And
You're right.
Say that. And tell your mom this. And people go,
and
we'll
look
the Lenora I know.
Plus, we'll look fake doing it.
Yeah,
because Mama would be like, because we couldn't even get her to do Auntie May's Sweet Caramel Cake. Doing that right.
It's made with plenty
of love.
Like, no.
She couldn't even do that, so she ain't gonna be able to lie on us.
Because she'll probably stop and cut and go, oh hallelujah, I can't do this no more.
And then our family, that's the other thing. Our family's too Christian and religious. Our aunt Ann and Michelle and all them would be like, they lying, y'all. That ain't them. The devil is lying.
Yes. Oh, glory!
Tell the truth.
You're right. Shame the devil.
We can't do that, so it don't matter.
We'll be real.
We'll be real, I guess. So.
And nobody may watch. We don't know. We don't care.
I wish I could do what they do and plan stories and stuff, but I can't do it. All right, y'all. Okay. So that was Keeping Up with the Kardashians, season 1 on Hulu.
Okay.
Episode 6. I'm not gonna go back for episode 1 through 5.
That's enough. You can.
You know what's going on with the Kardashians because they're in the news, so you know what's going on with them.
CNN even talk about it.
Yeah. So we'll start from this moment on, and then you'll do one next. You'll do some show you watch.
I'll try because it's hard for me to explain shows that I watch. I could, like she told me to talk about Bridgerton. I can't.
I don't watch Bridgerton. She watches Bridgerton.
I know that there's a black queen who got Alzheimer's.
I don't know Lenore. We can do Bridgerton review.
That she's cheating on her husband. I can't do that.
So whatever.
Maybe the Abbott Elementary.
Okay, do that one.
Those kind of shows.
She'll do Abbott Elementary.
Years, you know.
Do Wonder Years or something. But I'll keep the Kardashians.
If I watch Bridgerton,
yeah,
it's a good show.
It's too late for me to do the other shows I watch. Better Call Saul and all of those. So
what happened here?
Video signal. Oh, it's back up.
Okay.
All right, y'all. All right, so that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.